On this day, we as a nation have designated it as a day of remembrance, remembering our loved ones and friends who have gone on before us. Specifically, we remember those who gave their lives in service of our great country. We honor them when we remember their sacrifice, whether in peacetime or time of war. It reminds us that freedom isn't free. Their sacrifice ensures that we, those of us who are gathered here, and others all across this land, that we still have the freedoms that they fought and died to protect and defend. We should continue to honor them as long as God continues to give us breath. We should never forget that freedom has a price, and those we honor today paid their part. As a veteran of the United States Navy who was deployed twice, I remember the oath I took when I was sworn in. The people we honor today took the same oath. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice, so help me God. As I consider this oath and remember the time I raised my right hand, a question came to my mind. What kind of person would willingly give their life for their country? We have a great example in our Lord Jesus Christ, as he gave his life for whosoever will, that they may call upon him to save them from their sins. On that day, you were on his mind. These men and women we honor today laid down their lives for us today for our freedoms. They may not have had each one of us on their minds at the moment of their passing, but truly, they had the country they loved and fought for on their hearts and minds. What kind of person would willingly sacrifice their lives for our country and the fight for the freedom we enjoy? Quickly, we're going to look at just a few of these as we honor all who gave their lives to pay for our freedoms. There may have been several different factors that led them to join the military, but these characteristics would have been prevalent in their lives. Loyalty, meaning to have allegiance, to be faithful, to be devoted to. Courage, not to be without fear, but to act in the face of fear. Commitment, being dedicated to a cause. Respect, a deep admiration for someone or something. And then honor, a high respect, great esteem. These values, these characteristics are the price of admission into the armed forces. These are and become integral in the service member's conduct both on and off duty, both in peacetime and in time of war. I would like to conclude this with a challenge for us. This is not something that I wrote. We've already heard it once today, but it's being spoken of countless Memorial Day ceremonies all around this nation. Its words still ring true today and will continue to ring until the end of days. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot concentrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it. Far above our poor power to add or detract, the world will little not nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they have fought here, have thus far nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave their last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Let these last words from our 16th president continually ring in our ears from this day going forward until time shall be no more.